Hello and welcome to my podcast, Conversations with Cornelius, where I, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, discuss, chat and hypothesize on all things from fatherhood, marriage, comedy and everything else in between. From time to time, there will be special guests, but mostly it's going to be me and some regular contributors, including my main squeeze, Noelle Patricia O'Sullivan, aka the wife. So sit back, relax and enjoy Conversations with Cornelius. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius. I'm your host, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, and I am in the John Hume War Room on Thursday the 28th of March at 14 minutes past 13 o'clock if you have a 24-hour clock. That's where I am. And who am I? I'm Cornelius. And how am I feeling? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling frisky. I'm here with a very special guest today, regular contributor to the podcast, absolute superstar, smashing it out of the park, smashing it out of the park on the stand-up comedy scene all around Ireland, opening for some of the great comedians. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your friend of mine, Mike Morgan.
How's it going? Great to be back on the podcast. This is probably the shortest
one. Yeah. When was it? Was it before Christmas?
Was it before or after Christmas? It's only been a few months.
Yeah. And it was a great podcast, and got a few messages from that podcast. I swear to God,
very good.
Yeah, got a few messages saying that you came across as a very genuine, nice human being.
Oh, thanks very much.
Laura O'Mahony, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus, thanks very much.
Yeah. She said, yeah.
I probably met her since.
Yeah, you probably did. Oh, you were gigging with each other since, weren't you? Yeah, in Mallow. So, Mike, how are you?
you to look at a piece of paper to ask me that question, man.
Hey, 1 second now. Sorry, who are you? Where are you?
Dyslexia is real. But I'm good, boy. I'm very good. I'm very good. Yourself?
I'm not too bad. No, I'm not too bad. I've had a mentally challenging 3 or 4 weeks. The listeners will know that from listening to the podcast, right. But I'm kind of coming out of it. I'm coming out fighting, punching left and right, trying to get the habits right, but the habits fell down very bad now.
Yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes you just got to address yourself and go, oh, whoa, wait, let's get back to where we were now again. Yeah. You know what happens. But.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I was talking to you briefly before this. It was my birthday last week, right? And I was doing a gig and I ended up... I don't think I finished the story with you, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I ended up...
You had a few pints?
I had a few pints, and I was back in Newcastle West. I had a few pints, smoked a big, massive joint, right? Went out the back of the venue, and then as I went to go back in, the door was closed.
Right.
So I had to... And I didn't know... Like, I was at the back of a car park, and I had to walk out onto the main street and up a couple of alleys to try and find it, and it started to piss rain. And I was fucking half.
And it was Newcastle West.
And it was Newcastle West. So I was putting my life in my hands, man.
Yeah, boy.
You know, living with kid.
Yeah.
And anyway, got in and I was wet, stoned and fairly well drunk. Mm-hmm. And I went into the green room, which was a kitchen. And the fella that owns the place, there was a 70th birthday out in the front bar, right? And they were old school with the old chicken and chips, bringing out the portions of chicken and chips. And then he goes... Will you have a basket of chips? And I said, I fucking will, actually. I will. You know, I'd love a basket of chips. And he threw up a basket of chips and I was munching away into chips. And as I got down through the chips, I saw some chicken there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Some breaded chicken, some chicken tender.
I'm sure you are a vegetarian, yeah.
Well.
Oh, right.
I ended up fucking eating the 3 strips of chicken. Right. And
so the fact you said 3, like, I thought you were going to say by accident. I didn't know the chicken was there. Like, there was 3
and 6.
So you were dipping it into sauce and everything, like you were enjoying
6 cocktail sausages as well. I didn't eat meat in fucking in 6 years, man, right? Yeah. And I felt so bad.
It would have been thrown into the bin anyway.
Well, it would have been, but at the same time, that's not why I gave up meat for health reasons, but then I kind of developed this empathy then for animals, but clearly not enough. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But like, I felt so bad. Oh my God, I felt so, but I thought that was the end of it then the next day, right? I was gigging in Mallow, all right? And I wasn't drunk. No, I was stoned. I'm always stoned.
Okay.
Right? Gig finished and I got 2 breasts of chicken. down in
I love the way it's multiple. Like it's never an accident. Like I got 2. Like you were committed.
Garlic chip and cheese. I felt like I was cheating, and I drove up. Do you know the fucking rugby club in Mallow? There's a graveyard beside the rugby club in Mallow. I drove up there, pulled in there.
That's creepy.
And I fucking ripped through the chicken.
By a graveyard.
All the windows were steamed up. It was like fucking. It was like that fucking sex scene in the Titanic.
Yeah.
Jack and Rose.
Your hinges went out to the window, didn't they?
Oh my god!
And I actually Kentucky.
No, Mr. Kentucky was closed. And I'd walked down to fucking Mr. Kebab.
Mr. Kebab.
Yeah,
they do lovely food.
Fucking do great food. Yeah. And it continued on to the next night. I got a quarter pound. I was like, I'm fucking. See, Noelle isn't here. Noelle isn't here, and the kids aren't here. Yeah. And I'm like fucking.
You're loose. Like
instead of taking cocaine, right? Like that's what I was doing. I'm eating chicken breasts and quarter pounders with cheese. And I feel like I'm cheating on myself.
Right.
So I got back on the wagon then on Monday. And but I still I'm still lingering from it. I still.
And is that why you feel mentally shit over it?
No, I was just fucking. Over the last couple of weeks, I was just down, just naturally down. Like, do you know
maybe that's where it stemmed from. That.
Yeah, maybe.
So
maybe. Yeah, and the pints on top. And pints are like pints.
They're the
pints
are the devil, kid. Stay away from pints. I don't know how people think that's okay.
Yeah.
Like if the world just started now and it was like you smoke weed now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always cool. You're cool as a breeze. But then after pints, not saying you, I'm just saying me and everybody else. I'm just saying, like, if you were just to judge today, they should have a competition. They should have a competition, a decathlon. One fella smokes doobies, the other fella drinks shots of Jameson, boy. I 100% guarantee.
What's a decathlon where they have to do all
10 different sports? Oh. I believe, someone can correct me.
Now, the fella who's stoned will win, but the time will be very slow.
No, I think he'll be paranoid to death, but I think he'll win all of them. Like the high jump, he'll definitely win. Like he'll be running.
Like, yeah, man, high jump. Whoa, bro! It's like I'm already high, and I just gotta jump.
Yeah, no, any competition.
But no, you're right.
Anything.
Me and Noelle trained there now for a Couch to 5K for this year, and I try to run 5K now, maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Fair play to you.
And it's just on a treadmill. It's no big deal now. It's grand. Like,
doesn't matter where you do it, look.
But I'm always stoned. I always have a little fucking bake before I do it.
Yeah.
And it is so enjoyable running when you're stoned.
Yeah.
I fucking find it 10,000 times more enjoyable. Yeah. And also, there's hardly any pain. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just like,
yeah.
I'm so happy I'm able to. I'm moving away here, like.
I think I used to enjoy is going playing 5-a-side after, like, you know, it's just like, all right, relaxed atmosphere or whatever. Like, you're going playing with a load of boys that smoke the doobies anyway. Like, everyone having all pull that, and then you're playing ball, like, and you're admiring your pass. Like,
if everybody was dude, but you don't want some fiend who's having a Red Bull coming on going.
Oh, yeah, you get that fella having fellas in. Like, it's like, leave me alone. Like,
boy, fuck's sake, the ball was there to be won.
It was there to be won, nowhere near it.
The ball was there to be won. Fuck off. But yeah, so that's kind of.
Give yourself a break, boy. Like, no, whatever guilt you're feeling, let that go, lad. You don't do it all the time, so.
No.
Whatever, boy.
And this is the thing as well, right? We're just fucking flesh and blood, boy. Do you know what I mean? We're not perfect.
Are tasty. Some of us are tasty flesh and blood.
And like, fucking hell. And was it worth it? It wasn't worth it. No. I actually don't think it was worth it for that moment of and even because vegetarian food is actually so nice now as well. Yeah. Like, I'm so used to having the like fake chicken, we'll say, like fake chicken tenders. Frickin', exactly. And it's just as nice, you know. So hopefully I'll be back on the wagon now. Like, but I would just wish.
Are you going to eat chicken today?
No, I'm not. Okay. I haven't eaten. I'm back as a vegetarian now since Monday. Like, do you know what I mean? So
I think you wasted your thing on.
I think so.
Mini cocktail sausages and goujons.
Yeah.
I would have just.
Well, that was the affair.
You should have called. I would have gone to KFC and got a family bucket with you, lad. Sit down, lad. KFC have upped their game. The only thing wrong with KFC in Ireland is their chips. They've changed their chips. It's insanely good. KFC, lad. I go there. It's a problem, really, in my life now. Like,
yeah, no.
The 3-piece Colonel meal.
Did you ever see that episode of South Park where Cartman is like snorting KFC, the
secret sauce,
the fucking skin of it, the skin of it. You know, it's like
the skin is so good. Are you allowed to eat skin?
No, I think you're not actually allowed to eat the skin, technically. Sorry, no, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm just eating the skin. I'm totally a vegetarian, dude.
Yeah.
But the only good thing that came out of it, right? I'll say this. The only good thing, because like I had a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of fucking with myself, you know, because I would pride myself on You know, Jesus, okay, you're doing
I
this
know
stuff
what it's
for
like to fall off the wagon
and
and
you
things
fall off
like
the fucking
the
wagon.
guilt that comes with it.
And you're just like, I was like, you're a worthless piece of shit. You can't, like, you fucking. That's my head, man.
Looking in the mirror, Joe, spitting at yourself. Look at you,
Punching
you piece
myself
of shit.
in the
Look
car
at you,
and
you
then like
piece of
fucking
shit.
eating a bite of the chicken with the other hand. Crying as I'm eating it. So good.
You worthless piece of shit. Look at you. Look at you. Yeah, fucking hell. Like. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm alright besides that. There's going to be some comedy that'll come out of it anyway.
I caught myself in one of those moments now that you say it. You know, when you just think you're a piece of shit, lad. I left but thought I was a piece of shit, right? But like fucking when I broke my arm, right, and they say jacking off left-handed is like a stranger doing it, like, do you know what I mean? I was fucked, like, do you know what I mean? So I goes, like I could, and I just looked at myself, didn't I?
Oh my god!
In
if
the
you're
mirror,
masturbating
by
and you see yourself at all,
by accident,
you're like,
I see myself in the
fuck
mirror,
this.
then, lad, and I couldn't even make myself ejaculate. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, you can't even make yourself ejaculate, boy. Look at you, boy, you piece of shit. And I like, yeah, it was one of those.
I mean, that would
moments.
send anybody straight up to KFC. He passed 10 pubs to get to KFC. Like, you could just see our fucking grandfathers going, what the fucking hell? In my day now, it to be to the pub for 14 pints.
Oh yeah, no,
That'll sort it out. No, but alcohol is...
it's
like,
the devil.
Well, Homer Simpson said it best. It is the cure and the cause of all life's problems.
The cause and solution to all of life's
cause
problems.
solution to, yeah.
And that's like a tattoo, but it is like.
But
it
fucking
is.
totally is. Like,
Yeah.
and we, like, in my...
What's it good for?
I tell you now, in moderation, with the right people as well. Like, it was my birthday. I was wet. I was stoned. I was drunk by myself. My wife and kids are down in Kerry. I'm working away. I'm so thankful to be working and stuff like that. But it was like, I was just like, fucking hell, you know, like, you know, is this it now? You know, is this as good as it gets? But it was my mind.
It's a weird talk because
Yeah.
you would have thought, the kids are away and the wife's away, I get to go home. And
But it's the
fucking,
head
do you know
though,
what I
isn't
mean,
it?
lad? It's all different moments, different times.
It's the head because I could be in that situation 99 out of 100 times and I'd be like, woo, this is the life.
Yeah.
Fucking kids are away, the wife is away, I'm having a few pints, I'm having a smoke. But I've been just mentally fucking soft over the last couple of weeks. It happens to me every now and then where I just have to challenge. I have to try and ride through it, you know, not literally ride through it, but like just ride the wave of it, like, you know. But before though, what would happen to me before? Honestly, no, like before, back in the day, I'd be out instead of eating chicken up by a graveyard, I'd be inside in a pub, fucking, you know, trying to fucking score with women, trying to fucking get locked.
Score a woman.
Score with, do you know what I mean? Trying to, do you know, like back in the day, like
women.
well, back in the day.
You got 20 bag of women in you. By any chance?
Can I get a 50 bag of woman?
Tick.
Please. On tick. Yeah, but no, back in the day though, that's how it would, like, you know, you'd be out drinking and fucking cavorting and acting the bollocks, and so, but just manifested in a different way. What's that now?
I'm trying to give that a pause there, sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's life, bro. That's life. Sometimes
That's
you're
life.
up and sometimes you're down. You just try and keep an even keel.
Riding high in April.
Shot down in May.
I don't know the rest of the words, but I like the voice.
I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing each time. Actually, Orla Mack got onto me on the Patreon and said that I had a lovely singing
You
voice.
do have a lovely singing voice.
And would I consider singing songs? And I say to you, Orla, I would consider it because I actually I'm thinking of buying a guitar. I used to play the guitar back in the day. Thinking of buying a new guitar. And there's a fella that does guitar lessons over.
There's a guitar over there, boy. What's wrong with it?
That guitar is fucked.
Right.
Yeah. Like, now all the strings are gone. Now you can restring it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's actually just an old guitar, and I want to get a different one that's smaller and easier to play.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna I think, because I'm looking to do stuff outside of comedy because I'm fucking obsessed.
Yeah.
All I think about is comedy all the fucking time.
Yeah.
My career, fucking podcasts, and fucking either that or doing stuff with the wife, you know, and the kids. They're the two things, and I'm just looking to try and diversify.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Get into
And I love singing and I love playing music, and I used to do it all the time. But anyway, This podcast is not about my singing career. I'll be starting a new podcast called My Singing Career. It's coming out next week. You can sign up to my Patreon now. Right, okay. So we're going to go trending topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan. But first of all, we have to do the team tune. Trending topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan. And the first trending topic today, Mike, is inflation. Inflation. We're not talking about blowing up balloons here.
Yeah, we're living through probably the worst time of inflation the last 3 or 4 years. Now, inflation this year is only 5%, but it's been 20% in the last year. So
was it inflation 20% last year?
It was 20%. Was it in 2022 or 2023? And this year it's 5%, but that's 5% on top of the 25% that already went up.
Compound interest.
Compound, yeah. But anyway, long story short, inflation is just everything getting more expensive and your thing being worth, your wages being worth less, basically.
Like if you had €1,000 cash this time last year and you didn't spend that cash at all, you just kept it under your mattress. It has 5% less spending power this year.
Yeah.
And then if inflation goes up another 5% this year, then it's down another 5%. Eventually, you just leave that cash there, and it's fucking worth nothing.
Yeah. The only thing that hasn't gone up. What's the only thing that hasn't gone up in the last 4 years, and in fact has probably gone down for you in your life and your budget? What would you say? Something I've noticed.
I don't know.
I think weed has actually. I would say to all the even though electricity has gone up, everything's gone up to probably grow it and everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're still producing it. And it's not gone up, I don't think.
Yeah, keep that to yourself, man.
Okay.
Keep that to yourself.
Okay.
We don't want to be being like getting our fucking weed. That's the last thing I want to know is for my dealer to come along. Come here, I was listening to your podcast now, eh? You make a great point. Your ounce is now 600 knots. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking shit enough. Well, like a pint.
I could be completely wrong. I'm just like on the streets from what I hear.
On the streets, y'all. Like a 50 bag. When you see like a 50 bag now, when I was buying weed back in the day, back in the late 90s, early 90s, you'd buy a 50 bag and it'd be 3.5 grams in a 50 bag. And that was a good, solid 50 bag. And that would do you the week. Yeah. And you'd be like, this is nice. And you wouldn't even...
The price is pretty similar.
But now it's 2 grams.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. A 50 bag is 2... In the city, it's 2 or 2.2. Yeah, I swear to God.
That's a disgrace.
So that's like the price is the same, but it's like the bags of potatoes.
Right,
do you ever buy a bag of potatoes now? There's fuck all potatoes in them.
Yeah, there's no potatoes.
Do you know what I mean?
What are they doing? They're sending us bags like.
The price is the same.
Yeah, don't worry.
And they're putting the price up. Actually, those cunts.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Price of drink is going up.
Price of
drink is going up this week again.
Yeah, Diageo are putting up the price of a pint of Guinness.
How much is a pint?
6 cents. And listen to this: the price of a non-alcoholic Guinness, a 0.0 Guinness, is going up 10 cents. That's what Diageo are charging the publicans. The publicans aren't just going to add 5 or 6 cents onto it. They're going to be putting on 15 and 20 cents onto it. But like, the government should be subsidising non-alcoholic drink. Yeah, be like, go to the pub, drink fucking 5 or 6 Guinness zeros, and drive away home. Drive home. Be a designated driver.
Yeah,
as opposed to
putting the price up. So inflation, that is getting us everywhere. It's affecting us everywhere. And it's as we were talking about before about crypto and all that kind of stuff. Lad, maybe it's a good time. It's reached an all-time high. Bitcoin is going high.
I was talking about crypto on my podcast a few weeks ago, and I'm happy to say that Mike is one of the only people that I know outside of myself and my wife who has invested a little bit in crypto.
A tiny bit. I wouldn't say I put any of my life savings into it.
Yeah.
Nor would I advise anybody to do it. Do you know what I mean? But
we are not financial advisors,
Yes. No, but I'm just saying.
But there is a horse running in Kempton today.
Inflation. The reason why things are getting so inflated is because years ago it used to be you could only print as much money as you had gold, the gold standard, like so. But now they're just printing money. Over the pandemic, governments are just printing money. The dollar's being printed. So by the time the money gets to us, everything's gone more expensive. So your wages are worth less than they were a couple of years ago due to them printing more money. Bitcoin cannot be printed more.
And then if I go off and print money, I'm a criminal.
You're a criminal. Yeah, we've all tried.
I remember
a white €20 note. Like.
I remember thinking to myself, do you remember when the colour printers came out? I was like, if I just throw a 20 under that there and print up a few of them, you get away with it. Like. Yeah. And then I tried it and I was like, oh, okay. You wouldn't get away with it at all. It came out like a really bad fax. But this is back in the day now. But like that's what banks will do.
You did try it, Doug.
I did try. Yeah, no, I was working in a garage at the time. We had a printer and I had a 20 on me. Like, I was like, I wonder what would happen here. Tried it. And that was the day I gave up counterfeiting.
Yeah.
But did you ever watch those counterfeit, like, what's the name of that show with Leonardo DiCaprio, Run as Fast as You Can or something?
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can. I love it.
Like, I couldn't be you have to be so meticulous.
But you know, back in the day, people were just accepting checks.
Yeah.
Like, the check game was crazy, lad.
Yeah.
Like, a check, I could write you a
Write
check
for that?
I can write you a check for 100 million and be halfway across the world before you find out.
And look, can I put a tip on that?
Yeah,
I'm just going to stay here for the week.
Yeah, whatever you
with
want.
$200 for yourself, and I'll pay. And just going to post date that for. And post dated checks I used to sell cars, man. You get a post dated check. That's post dated there now for 2.5 months. You know, and like I think you could post date it up to 3 months or something like that.
Legally.
And then they'd be like, ring me now the week before you put that through, just to make sure that the money is in. That's another thing that you used to do with checks. Just ring me before you. Because if you put the check in and you didn't have the money in there, it would just bounce, you know. Fucking checks, man. I forgot about checks.
Yeah, checks, lad. People used to just accept it. So catch me if you can was a very doable thing when you think about it. When he was just going in flirting with the bank teller, like, you know what I mean? And she'd go, okay. Yes,
Frank Abagnale.
Yeah. I'm a pilot. I got a flat hat later tonight. Cash this check for $10,000. Okay. What are you doing tonight, honey?
The balls on him, though. Did you see when he was like, he was a doctor then, and they were like bringing him in for surgery, and he was like, what am I going to do? He was like, and then he just got, okay, what would you do?
Yeah.
And he started to go, okay, and what would you do when he did that? Okay, proceed. He was taking people's
just
lives into his hand, like. Yeah. But that's inflation anyway for you, and they're saying that there's going to be, this is the thing that they're saying now in the financial world, and this is just stuff that I'm regurgitating and stuff that I've listened to, read, seen on TikToks and stuff like that. So it isn't financial advice, it's actual financial unadvice. Do not take any of our advice. That's what I would say.
No.
At all. We're like, I'm smoking a doob as I say this. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no way that this is good advice.
Yeah. But it would be.
But we could get lucky.
No. I would get FOMO if Bitcoin. In 10 years' time, if Bitcoin's worth $1 million,
same.
I would have serious FOMO about not putting just a small bit of money into it.
But put it this way, Mike, right? When Bitcoin came out 15 or 16 years ago, some fella paid for pizzas, gave a fella 10 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, and your man accepted the Bitcoin, right? And those 10 Bitcoin now today are worth over 600,000.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For 2 pizzas. They're expensive pizzas, like, you know?
Just like that.
Yeah. So, like, you know...
Look, it could be complete shit, and everybody's out there Ponzi scheme, all that. I don't think so. I personally think that, like the point I was making about printing money, you can't print Bitcoin after its full capacity is printed. Like, there'll be a day where there's no more Bitcoin to mine, like, and what's in circulation's in circulation.
How are they mining it as well? Like
yeah,
sometimes I'd be like, where are these like lads in suits?
Where
are the mines
They
of Bitcoin?
pay for the electricity, kid. They pay, like, you get a load of computers and then they solve a problem that's in the air, and whoever gets it first gets the Bitcoin to say, it's fucked up, I don't understand it.
This is the way I look at it, right? I am completely unintelligent when it comes to the mathematics and the science behind Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And if someone said to me, oh yeah, that's a pure joke, sure, the man, like, I can't even defend the position, but I'm the same as you. I'm like, yeah, but I just know that the world has always progressed slowly at first, but over the last if you look at the last 50 years, the progression on this planet has been fucking mind. Like, when I was growing up, if you had a car, that was amazing. There was only one car in the house, Jesus, they have a fine car. Do you know, that kind of way? Nowadays, most houses have 2, 3, 4 cars, right? You might have a landline. Now everybody inside you have a mobile phone, Jess has a mobile phone, your dad has a mobile phone. Yeah. They're not just mobile phones. It's a fucking computer, a supercomputer in the palm of your hand, where you can buy clothes, you can fucking buy this, that and the other. Like, you can fly now cheaply. In the 80s, if you were to fly, it was a fucking
big thing.
You were from a wealthy family, like, you know. If you went on a foreign holiday, you were, oh my God, they went to France, they're loaded. Nowadays, everybody's going all over the gaff, so you can't stop progress at all. And this is I just think this is the start of the internet. Even I was saying that about that TikTok that I saw, whereas like, this is the internet in 1998 or 1997, when people were saying, I don't trust the internet, I'm not going to give it my credit card, you know. And now you're like, I'm not going to go to the shops, I'm just going to give the internet my credit card. And like, that's what Bitcoin is now. That's basically the future. We're on the edge of it, and hopefully this time in 10 years time, we'll be multimillionaires, and we'll be like, do you want to do a podcast and smoke a giant?
Yeah. in my fucking my private jet.
A private jet.
Yeah.
I'd still,
I'd have no interest.
I want my
no
Yaris.
interest. Yeah, I'd have no interest in that stuff as well.
I just like, I was saying to you, like, okay, so let's say you make a ton off your Bitcoin, right? Let's say you make $1 million off your Bitcoin in 10 years' time.
Okay.
All right. What does Mike Morgan do with that $1 million?
Well, you just got to secure your future straight away.
Yeah.
You just got to buy your house, pay it off. Pay it off.
And that's there no matter what. That's a hard asset as well.
No matter what happens, that's
Yeah.
what's happening. Like, you know what I mean? Probably buy a bit of land next to it then, and definitely have. I'd love to. Me and my girl. I probably was talking to you about this before. Me and my girlfriend always go on about it, right? Have a bit of land, pay a vet to live out there, like, right, and just have a load of dogs, lads. Do you know all the dogs that get fucking. Do you know what I mean? Get abandoned and shit, like. Do you know what I mean?
Open up an abandoned.
Yeah,
dog
but a
place.
sanctuary, like, so people could come. Take them for walks if they wanted. Loads of people want dogs, but can't have dogs. Do you know, people live in apartments in the city, like, but just come out by yourself, walk the dog for a while. Like, they'd love it, like, drop them back after, like, if you want, like, you know, if you want to buy one of the dogs, we come out, check your house, make sure everything's okay before we give it to them. Background, like, have it backed by someone in Cork, like, to maybe do something with UCC where they give us a vet and we pay for their whatever. Like,
That's a great idea.
And
so you're rehousing abandoned dogs.
But if they want to stay, they can stay. Like,
and the dogs can stay if they want to stay.
They can all stay, and we look after them. There's people to look after them. There's volunteers. There's people to take them for walks.
And sure, like, everything's paid for because you've
everything's paid for. Yeah, pay for that straight up front. Like, you know what I mean? I've been to the. Did you ever go to the donkey sanctuary?
in this Scarlet?
Yeah. So yeah, like that. But dogs probably are a more fun animal because you can interact with them. Like, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
And
they're like we did a gig for dogs. That are specially trained to help autistic children.
Yeah.
In the Cocoa Club, I think it was last year, and we just we raised some money for them, and I was bringing out the check out to them, and they were like, "Coming away out, we'll get some photographs and stuff like that." And
was it a giant check?
No, you have to pay like fucking. I think the price of what we raised was. Sorry, could we have an extra few quid just so we can get the giant check?
Giant check, yeah, that would be so fun.
Yeah, no, it was just like I think it was a draft or something like
Did you ever see Semi-Pro when he makes the shot? The guy, they invite him down to. He goes, whoever can make this shot from way downtown, like, and they pick a guy in the crowd that is definitely not going to make it, like, but he makes it, like this stoned hippie dude, like, he makes the shot from thing. It's like, oh, like even the owner's like, he's won a check that says $1 million on it, a giant check, does glitter all over it and everything, like, and he gives it to him, like, the hippie runs away, like, but he comes back a couple of weeks later, like, he's like, the bank won't accept it, bro. He's like, what do you mean? That's a legitimate check. And he's like, it's written in glitter, bro. Yeah, they won't pay it.
a giant check.
He just won a giant check.
But the dogs, they were training up those dogs anyway, and like we've a whatchamacallit now, golden retriever now as well, Baxter, and like I wasn't a dog person. I'm not a dog person, I found out. No, I love Baxter, and he's after wearing me down. Mm-hmm. He's after turning me into I love Baxter, but over other dogs, I'm okay about them. I think I'm a cat person, but Noelle is stone mad, and the boys are stone mad about him. And I like take him for runs and. All
right, if the world was ending, right, and you had to take people like
oh, he's coming.
Is he coming?
Oh, he's coming. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
you're not just closing the door behind him.
No,
just
no.
Going to fend for yourself, like.
No, he's Baxter Cornelius O'Sullivan, like.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'm the same with my dog.
Yeah.
She's
he's coming.
top class.
But he's made, like, he's so, like, he doesn't get, like, no matter what kind of a mood you're in, Baxter's in a good mood.
He's there, boy.
And he's starting to, and I definitely think he's starting to, like, we're starting to vibe. Kind of like he kind of knows my mood now, and I kind of know, like, he's just in a good mood.
You should wear like sunglasses, lad. Put them on a lead, lad, and go away around town. And a stick. Bring a stick with you as well, lad. And just go away around town, boy, and just pretend you're blind for a few hours and do some inappropriate shit, like hopping into wrong cars. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
I'm blind. Yeah.
It's not my fault, Baxter.
Not taking people's coffees again.
Not again, Baxter. Down to the women's lingerie section of Dunn Stores. What is it with you and bras?
You want me to smell what, Baxter?
Oh, that's too far. Baxter, take that out of your mouth. I'll take the bra and I'll take those panties as well. There's all saliva on them. I'll pay for those. Do you take card or check? Because I've got this big giant check. Can you get change of $1 million?
Catch me if you can. 2 in Mallow version. What are you doing tonight? Can I get change of $1 million?
Just going around trying to cash that check.
Don't
I think these 2 Red Bulls.
Don't to Mr. Kebab.
filling up the car, going in. Full tank of petrol, 2 Red Bulls. I'll take this Whisper Gold as well.
It's all about. It's all about the confidence. I assume you take check.
Oh, fucking hell. Hashtag Baltimore Bridge.
Yeah, I seen a ship went into a bridge, but it's like worst case scenario, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
As a people that drive boats, a conductor of boats.
Yeah, it just crashed into a bridge in America, and it's all over the news here now. Like, it's the main news in Ireland. A boat crashed into a bridge in America. Now, people lost their lives. So I think just 5 or 6 people lost their lives, and that's terrible, obviously. That is horrendous. But it's a boat crashing into a bridge in America, and that's our mainstream news. And then there's like a genocide in Palestine, and that's not on. There's more, like, where there's children dying on by the minute.
Yeah.
But the boat that crashed into the bridge is what is we're being fed. Like,
it's a disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace, man. Kid. It's a disgrace. Kid.
It's like,
even the last day there now, 150 people dead in Moscow, shooting, like, do you know? And they're showing us a boat into a bridge, like.
And the boat.
And do you know? And Africa as well. Like, the amount of shit happening in Africa there, they're rebelling all the French nations. Like, they're taking all.
I think the world is fucking bubbling. I don't know. Will we have time to spend the Bitcoin?
Yeah.
You know.
There you go.
This is the thing, like, and not that it's like, I'm the same as you, even with the Bitcoin. Like, I just want to fucking pay off my gaff, buy a bit of fucking land, and fucking grow some vegetables and smoke some dope and write some jokes. Because, like, I'd definitely still be a comic no matter what. Like, and I'd say I'm assuming you'd be the same. Like,
I'd love to, boy, but like that, lad, it could be all taken away from us in the morning. Look, like, they're all like human. Lockdown. Like, look at fucking what's happening in the world. Kid, one day something could happen. Like, it's the world. If you could give a level, they give us orange weather warnings. Like, if you could give a warning there about how dangerous things are right now, like, it's right up there. Kid.
They have that warning, don't they? They have like a threat level warning, like, whereas, like, you know,
a happy meter.
You know,
it's rock bottom right now.
Like there's a terrorist attack looming or something like that, you know. But no, I think I do feel, but I will say as well, living in Ireland, an island on the edge of Europe, like, we're like, Iceland is probably safer, but like, we're safe enough. Like, do you know what I mean? They're not gonna, like, Al Qaeda aren't gonna come after fucking Mallow.
No, kid.
You know,
never know.
And yeah, that brings me on very nicely to the third trending topic, which is hashtag Ballyseedy Bail.
I don't know what that is.
So do you know the Ballyseedy Garden Centre in Tralee?
I don't know. Oh, is this the guy that sells a load of crystal meth?
The crystal meth.
Right.
Yeah. The Walter White of fucking Tralee.
Fair play, boy.
Like, they basically...
He did what we all thought about for about 10 seconds. Watching Breaking Bad. We all watch Breaking Bad and go, for 10 seconds you go, would I risk it all? Would I risk it all? And this fella did.
This fella did.
We all goes, nah, Jesus.
And he's trying to get bail now. Like, but
his dad threw up 100 grand or something.
And they refused it. They refused it. And I was like, fucking hell, he's 44, I'm 47, right? How old are you, 31?
32 next week.
You're 32 next week. So, like, you're in your 30s. So you're kind of like Jesse Pinkman. Like, you know? And this fellow is like fucking Walter White. Yeah. You know? Like, because there's another fella got with him as well. The other fella's from Tralee, some part of Tralee. This fella's from, you know, Ballyseedy. Like, fucking really proper... Like, it's like...
How did he get caught, I wonder?
And there was the biggest crystal meth siege of all time in the state. Like, it's like fucking 400 or 500 million, like, you know. But I think he's responsible for trying to sell 13,000 euros worth of it. I had a look about this because I was like, I want to know what I'm talking about here now. I want to, like, fucking...
So they got caught selling and then they found
and then the other like, and this is all allegedly now as well, right? It's all allegedly, Your Honour. And but like, his bail got turned down, And rightly so, because if I got bail and if I had allegedly done what he was supposed to have done and got bail, I'd be like, right, I'm getting out of this country because I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. The rest of my life, like $500 million or fucking something like that worth of meth. Like one of the most destructive.
Yeah, it's a
fucking
drug, lad.
Like we're smoking a bit of dope now, right? Do you know what I mean? Wow. Like I'll still work really hard today. I won't use a motorized vehicle for the rest of the day, you know. But like, we'll be grand. You'll get collected. Do you know that kind of carry on? Like, fucking. But like crystal meth, if we were on that for the day.
There's no podcast in it. Well, it would be an interesting podcast if we turned it on. I doubt it would be 14 hours long.
We'd be battening down the hatches, bearing food, bearing tits. They're coming for us, Mac. They're coming for us.
Sell your crypto, bro.
Okay, let's try and cash this check.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Ordering
Like,
pizzas with a check.
it's a step above alcohol, like as a destructive drug, like, you know.
It's definitely a step above alcohol.
Yeah,
kid.
like
Maybe
alcohol
4
is
steps.
like a slow killer.
Yeah.
But like fucking meth, you could go like these.
Your face after 3 weeks would be completely
no teeth.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
your tooth
gaunt, just fucked.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked. You know.
But decent at the same time. No, I don't know.
But like, I don't know. I
assume.
I assume sure
It
all
must
drugs
be.
are fucking decent to start with, but they're ultimately destructive. Like,
Yeah.
well, the hardcore ones. But they're all. But like, this is the thing as well. It's like sugar, coffee, fucking nicotine. These are all fucking drugs that we don't.
Women. No, anyways.
Women.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know
it's-
what you're saying, yeah.
They're all drugs that
Kill you in different varieties.
and they're like silent killers. Like,
Yeah.
but anyway,
We should do a YouTube where we line up a load of Class A drugs, lad, and do, because we've never done it before. All the ones we've never done, lad, and just do a 30-minute YouTube and just say how you feel. Don't barrel of the lens.
turn that on. Is that on? You turn it on. No, you turn it on.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Doing it the next night again. He keeps doing it. I'm going to do it for 30 days and quit. I promise. The 30 days hit and quit challenge. 3 months. I've dedicated 3 months.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It has its benefits.
Oh, fucking hell. And that concludes Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan. I just looked at the time there now, right? We're talking here now for 36 minutes, and it feels like I feel like this has been one of the most epic conversations of my life.
Do ya?
Yeah, I'm like, what? So I have 3 questions for you, okay? And they're kind of questions. They're not really. They're kind of they're sentences that we'll see.
Conversation starters.
Yeah, Vicar Street.
Yep.
So you were in Vicar Street there not that long ago.
A couple of months ago, yeah, with India.
And you were doing support for
Yeah.
Enya Martin. Tell the listeners what it's like to be a stand-up comedian and to get that call,
Yeah.
and the whole experience of the day and what it felt like, and yeah, tell me about that.
Imagine if I just gave you a football answer back. Imagine, it was great. It's great. Yeah, it's fucking great.
Just
yeah.
got stuck in, you know.
It's massive, really. And, yeah.
You know, just do your
taking a
job.
Gig at a time.
Yeah.
Gig at a time.
Do your job, mate, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what? I didn't really understand the prestige of it, really. The way you even mention it, like, you know, because, like, you were texting me Vicar Street, and, like, the way everyone... Do you know, it's one of those things, like...
It's the
you don't know how
biggest
important
stage.
it is till you kind of do it, like,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, I thought it was amazing. You gigged there yourself.
I did.
Yeah, how did you find it?
I found it great as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I found it great.
Yeah.
I did it.
It's a cool layout. I've never done a layout of a room like that. It's so open. You're
Yeah.
so vulnerable. Like,
Yeah.
it's you on a massive stage. Like, you could fit 100 people in the stage, no bother. Like,
It's
it's
gas.
just you, though, when you do stand-up comedy. Like,
Were you using the full stage?
yeah. Well, yeah, I took a stroll.
Did
I
you?
took a stroll every now and then. Yeah.
I didn't budge.
budge.
I
Stood in the
stayed.
middle.
I stayed in my square, like we'll say, like
Yeah.
you know, and I did a bit of rocking. All right.
Yeah.
I did a bit of rocking
Yeah.
from side to side, but like, it is a massive stage.
It's huge,
Yeah.
lad.
Yeah.
Huge.
And
lad.
what is
No,
the capacity?
So
Is it 1,000? Is it
Yeah.
1,000 souls? Like
1,000, yeah, 1,030 or something.
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
it's
1,000
like-
people perfectly jammed into a room, like, and it's 1,000. And it's
In a
that's
it's a comedy club
it's a
vibe
comedy
though.
club
Like it's a
vibe,
venue.
but
Like
it's a venue, lad. Yeah, and it was brilliant, lad. I enjoyed it so much, lad. It was one of the best gigs I ever did, to be honest. I loved it.
what did you get in early?
I did sound check everything, lad. Stood on the stage, sound check, checked out the room. The green room's awesome. Everything's awesome. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's made for stand-up comedy, like.
And I see you have if you're listening to this, check out Mike online, Mike Morgan Comedy on all platforms.
Yeah, on all platforms.
And but he's got a clip up on it where you do your Polish character. Fucking, I was looking at it there. Was it last night? It's like fucking massive views all together in it.
Good old, he's a good old crack lad. I actually, do you know what? I enjoy writing for something that isn't me, like.
Yeah.
Do you know, I find it actually easier to write for something that isn't me, like. Do you know?
Yeah.
Like even at the moment now I'm trying something different. I'd like to have a new character. I'd like to have a few new characters. Like.
Yeah.
But writing them as a different age and a different person from a different place.
Yeah.
Is a lot of fun, like.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, like.
And that character is very funny.
I like
very
him.
funny.
I
yeah.
like him,
and I've seen you do him, and this is the thing, right? You do the Polish accent, and some people might go, that's racist. No, he's doing a Polish accent. I think that's like, if you're doing a Donegal accent, are you racist to Donegal
Not
people?
a hope, like.
Do you know what I
Polish
mean?
people love it. So
and this is what I was just about to say is, I've seen you do this in the Coco Club, right?
Yeah,
I've seen you when you were starting this character, and I've seen Polish people come up to you going, oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
And like, you do it better than me. And they're absolutely blown away by it. And they're like, you're like, I think it's brilliant.
I work for like my dad's company, like, you know, for like since I'm 14, like, which is driving vans and trucks and loading trucks, forklifts. Do you know what I mean? A pure fucking, like, where a lot of foreigners would work, like. So I've grown up with these people, like. Do you know what I mean? I get their humour, I get their vibe, like. Do you know what I mean? I work constantly with them, like.
You got to write about what you know, like.
You write about what you know. I can't help but notice.
Yeah.
Do you know, like,
Yeah.
and their stories and their way they act and how they talk about it and how aggressive they are when they talk and how they get to the point, like. Because I don't talk like that, like, do you know what I mean? But they just look, I know I'm being bad, but like, listen to me, like, you're a pile of shit, like. Do you know, I can't be like that. And it's so easy, I feel it's not easy, but like, it comes more naturally to me to write about it. You write about what you know, lad, and I still know these people.
And you brought that character to the main stage of Vicar Street.
Yeah, I opened with Tommy Tiernan with him last week as well. Like, you know what I mean? So,
and like, I mean, this is the bottom line, right? The audience fucking erupted with laughter. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking, and the audience are basically our judges.
Yeah.
Like, aren't they? Like I did new stuff in Coco now last night, and some of it went down like a lead balloon, like, you know, and then some of it did okay. But like, so I'll keep the okay bit.
Yeah.
I'll try and work on that.
And then we'll work on that. And then we'll chisel that bit down and we'll see what happens there.
We might get
bring
a
a new
minute out
bit
of it.
and we'll take it another way.
Yeah.
And we'll walk this, like, exactly. Once you find something funny, I think when you find something funny.
That's it.
When you find, things got a bit like, do you know, I was writing jokes myself and I just wanted to do something that, like, I've never done. I've had no acting background or anything like that, like, do you know, that kind of way, or character things like that, like. So I'm just like, do you know what, I felt like I started again. The first night I did that Polish guy, I felt like the first night all those years ago back in the Coco Club. The nerves, holy shit, like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm just there like, this is crazy shit, why am I doing it? And the first little gig, like, even my eyes are different when I do them. Like, I like it. Like, I like it. I love. Yeah, exactly.
And
it's gone down shit now. Sometimes, like, it's gone down. But trying it at the start, no, it's gone down shit a couple of times. Like, but even if I'm there now and I go, I have a huge gig tonight. I need to impress. I'm doing him, boy.
Yeah,
I'm doing him. I'll go down swinging with him, boy, because I think if he does well, like, it's kind of like, Jesus, and especially when I go into Mike Morgan then myself, do you know, and do most of my set like that, I can make him laugh. It's like, all right, okay, he's funny, he can do that, but also he showed me something else that was like, do you know, like, it's cool, like, do you know what I mean?
Fucking great, man.
I like it,
and it's like you said it there, like, you know, it's gone down shit. You're nervous before, like, now it's brilliant, like, do you know what I mean? Like, every joke had to come out of a person's mouth at some stage. It had to be new at some stage, do you know? And if they're never going to come out like a finished article, you know, you have to, as you say, sculpt and weave them and whatever. But it's the and I've been talking about this on the podcast, and this is something that I admire. It's the bravery, because I see people doing the same material, you know, that they're doing for like pre-pandemic.
It's comfortable. It's comfortable.
We're doing pre-pandemic.
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's comfortable.
You know,
they know I'll do well, so why take the chance?
Yeah,
and I get it.
There's no growth in it.
I go into vibes like that sometimes. I'm just like, Jesus, I don't want to take that risk tonight. But this game is about taking risks, lad.
Yeah,
you have to be vulnerable, like. But
and it's okay to have it in your locker exactly for that, like. But you know what I mean? Like, if you're doing a big gig and you know that people have seen you before, you know, and you're doing a show, you're not going to be bringing out your old stuff from the Alabama. What was that? What was that when the police could?
even sometimes I might pull it out if I'm bored, lad. Do you know what I mean? I might pull something out if I'm bored, lad.
And
do you know what
that
I mean?
it's great to have it in your locker.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? If you're like, you're not.
If that's my clinical clothes are bit now, like I gotta.
Like, and I would say never throw away something. But I'm saying, like, if you're in the Cocoa Club and you're doing that, I'm like,
why is
he
up here?
Like,
why is he coming up here? Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No, I totally agree. I that's what I felt. I felt vulnerable, and I feel even now at the moment I have a new bit, and it's a bit that I wouldn't be. Do you know, we were even talking before about like doing bits like that you wouldn't be comfortable doing. Like, it's a bit that it's not that it's inappropriate. It's just something I wouldn't usually do. Like, and I'm leaning into it now, and I'm enjoying it. I'm getting few rewards from it. But all I was developing as a comedian is that, lad. Do you know what I mean? But hard work, and again, like I work about 40 hours in a van a week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I'm out there at night. I'm a new dad. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to play soccer, do all that kind of stuff. But when you enjoy something, you throw yourself into it. And when you're good at something, you fucking go more into it. Like, I'm terrible for being bad at something and go, I'm packing it in.
Yeah.
I'm fuck that. But if I find out I'm a small bit good at something, like, I'll obsess, lean into it, keep going.
Yeah.
And then after a while, if there's not that development happening, I get bored, do you know what I mean? So it has to be, how does development come from being vulnerable and taking risks?
Yeah.
And I'm doing that more, definitely. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's fucking unbelievable, boy. That's inspirational, man. It is. And it's like I can count, like, I just love seeing hard-working fucking comedians who taking risks, trying new stuff, crafting stuff, trying to develop an hour, taking it on the road, and then scribbling it all off and starting again.
Yeah,
and that's the fear is the fucking thing.
It's shit. It's shit having to say goodbye to everything.
Oh, it's so fucking shit, man.
I don't know why it has to happen, lad. AC/DC, if they don't play that fucking song, like, we've been on about this before, but like, it's hard to say, but dead right, lad. You have to keep progressing, you have to keep going, and
I'd say throw away your old stuff. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like, you have to always be working on something, fucking a new joke, a new concept, a new thought, how this might fit in. You know, could I get something out of this? No. And then I've often worked on stuff for fucking months and then just been like, I've flogged a dead horse here for 3 months. This is shit.
Yeah.
Especially down in Kingdom. I remember doing a bit years ago where I was I don't know, do you remember the bit I used to do where I was pretending that my girlfriend was like fucking in her 90s, that I was addicted, and her name was Beatrix.
I don't think so.
That I was into old dolls, actual old dolls, and like that. But the biggest thing is that all my girlfriends are dying, you know, because, like, you know. But anyway, I thought it was a hilarious concept, and I tried it for fucking about 3 months down in Kingdom, along with other stuff.
But definitely, that's the thing you do. You see whatever's funny to you, lad. And look, after a while, chalk it off. I've often done things like that. It's like, this is hilarious to me, and I'm just like, okay, I've done it a while now. Like, people aren't.
People don't like it.
They're not digging.
Kill your babies.
Yeah. It's not my vibe, but I don't know. That's what we got to do. But that's
you gotta do it. I suppose that's why we fucking got into it. Aren't we great?
Yeah.
Tommy Tiernan.
Yeah.
You opened up for Tommy Tiernan.
Got to open up for Tommy
last
Tiernan.
week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, fucking unreal, man. Honest to God, no.
Yeah.
Not even a tiny bit of envy or jealousy came in. I was like, that is absolutely so deserved and unfucking believable.
It was cool, lad.
Tommy Tiernan. I was at the Paddy Power Festival this year, right? And he was standing about maybe 10, 15 feet away from me talking to Deirdre O'Kane. And I was just like, will I go over and say hello? Like, but you couldn't, because
I'm that guy as well.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I can't do it. It just wouldn't be the cool thing to do. And I was just like, I really just wanted to go over and go, man, I fucking remember seeing you in City Limits, and I'm wanting to be a comedian. And then, like, but I didn't. Someday maybe. But tell me that story. That is...
Yeah, it's class, lad. Yeah. So, fucking... Obviously, he was everything I wanted. Like, Joe, you'd expect him to be. Did the most meticulous sound check I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Do you know the way we stroll up into the room, bang, 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 microphone working, boom, like, Joe.
Chris, I would
the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, just turning off lamps, turning on lamps, turning off lamps, going over, turning on fairy lamps. Go, hey, turn that off. Going over here, what does this sound like? Like, it goes up on stage doing these mad poems, joined to the sound, whispering into the microphone, like there's no one else in there. I just showed up early, obviously. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm going to show up as early as possible, obviously.
You could be there the day before.
10 minutes to go. Where's my microphone?
Hey, Tommy, watch this. Losing a bit of hair there, Tommy. Baldy fuck.
Step aside. Tommy, you go down first.
You want me to close tonight, Tommy?
Yeah, I close. Yeah, you dad.
Man, if I call you Thomas.
Yeah, yeah, not at all. No, yeah, so, yeah, did the most meticulous sound check. Then he, like, he's a kind of crew with him, obviously, like, he's people. And they were like, do you want to do a sound check? And I was like, he did like a half an hour when I was like, the microphone works, like, you know. And I goes, do you want me to do a sound check? They're like, do. And I just went up and I goes, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. And I just went like, yeah. And I walked off. I was like, yeah, low maintenance. I'm low maintenance. So, yeah, just everything I wanted him to be like. He was just class. He was just very, very nice to me. Obviously, going through his shit in his own head because it's all new material that he's going through. But yeah, obviously, like, loving to see that. Like, there's no need for him to be doing this. Like, he's made. Like, he just needs to go around and just make thousands every night, whatever he needs to do. He doesn't need to be doing a new work in progress show. And he is. Do you know? And I love to see it, like, you know, and it was inspirational to watch. Inspirational. But obviously, as from not a selfish point of view, but what are we here for? We want to do well. I'm driving up the road, like, I'm just like, do well now tonight, lads. Fucking, do you know what I mean?
Tell me about
slow.
the gig.
Talk slow. Fucking do the Polish fella, like I was saying. Do the Polish fella.
How much time did you get?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. So
and
5 minutes, 6 minutes.
How were you brought on stage? How were you
Side door. Tommy tearing into a microphone. No one could see him.
God, Mike.
Yeah, and I told him, I called me Pavel Jokski, like, you know. And he was kind of, all right, okay, fair enough, like, you know. And yeah, I went up. People were half clapping. Do you know what I mean? They weren't like, do you know what I mean? Oh, what the fuck is this? Like a Polish fella, like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I go, hello, how are you keeping?
And like they wouldn't know, like
we're in Hoth, kid. There's fucking people. Everyone in here's a millionaire, boy.
Yeah.
Don't mind your Bitcoin, lad. They'll be fucking. Don't mind your check. Their checks are accepted. They still accept checks.
Yeah, I'll cash that $1 million huge check.
Yeah. But,
no problem.
Yeah, I went up. I won him over, lad. Won him over with the Polish fella straight away off the bat. Seeing everybody laughing, seeing people. Do you know what I mean? That I needed to be laughing, seeing Tommy laughing. It was cool, like, do you know what I mean? And
wow.
What can you? And then that gives you more confidence. Best thing ever then. So when I change into to myself, I act as if okay, everybody, are you ready for Mike Morgan? I'm just like, I am the support act to the support act. I'm very shit, like. And I introduced Mike, and even the doorman at the side that opened the door, like, they were waiting for the next act, like. So I was like, introducing Mike Morgan, like, everybody looked over to the door. The doorman opened the door, like, he was looking around, looking down, like, you know, where's this guy, like. And then I just took off my hat, took off my thing, just got into myself, what's the crack? How's it going? Do you know? And everybody looking back, and then there's like, you see, I've learned this from doing him. I've done this guy over a year now, like, you know? And he's always, I learn a bit all the time. There's always 30 to maybe a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, where just people in the audience sometimes, like, and I'm not, like, do you know what I mean? It happens sometimes, like, when he does good, like, when he does bad, it's a fucking, I get out of him after 2 minutes. I'm just like, all right, that went down like a lead balloon. Do you know what I mean? But when he does well and I last the whole time, you got like people, again, we're up in Hoth, like, that's a Cork Polish fella. They believe that could have happened, like, you know? They don't know who Mike Morgan is.
They're like, Tommy's so weird getting these like, it's just obscure comics.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like Tommy's on the poster. That's how we bought it. Like, you know, who the fuck is this? Do you know what I mean? Who the fuck is that? Who's Mike Morgan? Exactly. Like, they don't know who the fuck I am. I've done them in Mallow, and I know 70% of the, like, I went to school with half the audience. They know I'm only fucking around, like, do you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, so I'm up there, so it's important when you do that. I did it in Vicar Street as well, so it's important to definitely win him over. And if it's not going well, get out of it. But I haven't had to get out of him now in a while. But when I win him over, then just like, what's the story? So then I have a joke specific for the transition between the Polish.
What's the joke?
It's about being a can't be racist, like, I can't be racist, like, do you know what I mean? What I did there can't be racist, like, do you know, and I work a while filling it out, because there's mutters, like, do you know?
Yeah.
So I build up a story about, do you ever hear my taxi story?
Oh, yeah, that's a great joke.
So I tell my taxi story.
You're racist. Yeah, you turn it around on the audience.
I turn it around on basically the audience.
Yeah.
Big pack of racists, like, and it's a joke,
basically. That's a great joke as well.
It's a great transition joke, because I've told other jokes. I've tried 8 different jokes for that transition.
It's a jigsaw puzzle, man.
It's a jigsaw puzzle.
Stand-up comedy. It is, like, to try and get it right. So, man, this is epic. So tell me, right, so you smash it, obviously, yeah?
Your 20 minutes. I do well, kid. Do you know what? Sometimes you're driving home going, could have done this, could have done that. I was like, Mike, don't even think that way. You did. If someone offered you how it went before, I would have bit your fucking hand off. Yeah. So that's all we'll say, like, you know. I know we're experienced enough to know when it's not a good night.
Yeah.
I tell you know me, kid. I tell, oh shit, I didn't do that, or, you know.
Did you hang around? You obviously watched Tommy.
I watched him. Yeah. And watched him. Yeah, and stayed for a few minutes after, talked to one or two people, and got the fuck out of there.
And what kind of a conversation did you have with Tommy? Like, did you like? Was he like, "How are you?"
Yeah,
Do you
how are you?
He supports Liverpool. That's the only.
He
thing.
does. Yeah, I got in there with the Liverpool. But yeah, no, he was gone. I didn't want to annoy him.
Yeah.
I didn't want to annoy him, but I wanted to stay there. Like,
Yeah.
so I was there.
Yeah.
But didn't want to annoy him. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like he was going through his shit. He was talking about his tour. I was asking him a question or two. He asked me a question about where I'm from, where do I gig, how long have I been at it. The usual carry on when you're getting to know people. Like, and that's like you, lad. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's, you know, I'm going to watch you do it, lad. But the most important thing is that even if nothing comes out of it, the greatest comedian in Ireland just see me do it, and I seen him at least chuckle.
And you saw him laugh at your fucking jokes.
I saw him laugh.
Yeah.
No, he only stayed for 5-10 minutes because he was going to watch his own stuff or go over his own stuff. But just even that, and that, yeah, exactly, kid. You know yourself. We be beating ourselves up all the time. I'm getting better at that, and I'm getting better with the thankful stuff as well. Like my mum's always saying to me, because every time you're always like, "Oh, thanks, I can't believe it. Thanks for showing up. I can't believe you'd even come. Stop being like that." Like,
yeah.
It's like, because like if a plumber came and pulled the shit out your toilet, like it was like, "Oh, lad, call me again. Like I can't believe you've given me this opportunity." You know, you'd be like, "I gotta
to pull your shit out of
your." Yeah, it's like, no.
Wow.
You'd be like, "I'll be getting a new plumber." or if a barber did it, or if anybody did it, like if they were over thankful, like
I think over thanks.
It's like it's like over. It's like I didn't expect it. It's like, but nah, kid, you gotta expect this shit because I work hard. just like like everybody.
I have to work on that, man. I'm still to this day with Chris. Thank you so much, man.
Oh no,
like,
yeah, but no, with people, and thanks for that. No, but like with others, like as in with even after shows, like I find myself like, oh no, do you know?
Yeah.
I'm over thankful, like I'm over thankful. Where it's just kind of like not be a dick, not be anything like that. I'm a thankful person.
Yeah.
But just be a bit more confident, lad. Be a bit more, do you know what I mean? As in, no, I expected this.
Yeah.
I expected this. Actually, I work hard enough at this now, and I expected that to happen. Do you know what I mean?
So you're coming down on the road afterwards. Did anyone go up with you? Did Jess go up with you? You just went up by yourself?
I just went up by myself.
Were you buzzing?
Buzzing.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
And how long did
I was floating. I got a call the next day then from my dad. My dad was away from the weekend, like, you know, and then he was like, How did it go? I was like, oh, brilliant. He goes, come here, will you drop 20 boxes of chips up to Glenmire there, boy? I actually was laughing at myself, boy. I think it was 8 hours since I was off stage in Holt. I was delivering chips. There was a fella roaring at me, a chef roaring at me, like, but yeah, lad, yeah. I was floating.
You got to write that one. That's very funny.
Yeah, lad, I love it. Lad, I love it. Lad. Do you know, I'd always keep just hard. Yeah,
because and I'll tell you, the reason I asked that is because, like, and I'm delighted to hear that you're still floating, because fucking I'm in this game a long time, a long time, and there's been so many fucking dark days, and it's only recently that I've been kind of getting what I would consider a few breaks, and I'm just really trying to fucking just suck that in and appreciate that and float for as long as I can. Definitely. Because you know yourself, like,
what are we here for?
What the fuck are we here for? Exactly.
What are we here for? And I definitely on stage as well.
Yeah,
I
100%.
always do that. I always, especially at a big gig, I go, this is decent. When they're all laughing, just relax for 2 seconds. Just shows confidence, shows everything else, but also that you remember it. If I don't take it in, I won't remember it. The amount of gigs I don't remember. You know?
Not being present, just going through it.
Going through the motions.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
And I was the same now when I did the Everyman. I was like, that was like, I remember my uncle the next day, he'd send me a voice note, and he said, the biggest compliment I could give you is that you looked so comfortable.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually, because I would have been...
That is the best compliment.
It is a massive compliment.
You're on a massive stage, massive theatre, full house, and you didn't look out of place, and you look so comfortable in yourself up there.
Yeah.
Sure, that's all you can... Sure, of course you're funny. Sure, of course you're funny. I was in that's what everybody's going to say. But actually...
And it was like... And I was just like... And that's because I have... Like yourself there now, what you're saying, touch on, as trying to be present on stage. It's something that I'm really, really working on. I have this kind of routine for about a half an hour before I go on stage now that I do to try and get me into the zone of being, okay, I'm here now. I'm standing here.
Delivery.
And I'm about, my first joke is going to be this, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to accentuate the pauses and try and get those laughs from the awkwardness that I can kind of bring into things sometimes. Yeah. And be present, like, and fucking enjoy it, because as you said, what the fuck are we doing it for?
What are we doing it for? You have to take in the good moments. You go on about Vicar Street, and we get to, like, sure, us 4 or 5 years ago, kid, we would have. Well, I didn't even know what a Vicar Street was, kid. To be honest with you, I've heard of it, but like I don't know.
I
what
used
the
to make
inside
a.
of it-
There's a Vicar. Do you know fucking in Cork City up that road there? Fucking it used to be a 2-way street. Now it's a 1-way street. Barrack Street. There's a side street off Barrack Street called Vicar Street. Really? And I remember one time going, I'm going to make a joke here now. I'm going to say I'm playing Vicar Street and do a sketch to like me doing some stand up to a few lads who were drinking cans, you know. Right. And I remember saying that,
do it.
but I never did that sketch. But I like
when you play Vicar Street yourself. That's your sketch.
That's my sketch. That's my sketch.
Vicar Street in Cork.
That's
So
my
I'm gonna
sketch.
play Vicar Street in Dublin.
Exactly. Sure, I fucking sold this out to you lads. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm just going to throw the hat there. You might fucking, if you enjoyed the show, just throw in whatever you have. Lads throwing in fucking grinders and but like that's the thing. Like, you know, that as you said, like 5 years ago, like before the pandemic, I was breaking my hole doing fucking pass the hat gigs in Coco on a Wednesday and a Monday. Getting all types of grief off of fucking, you know, dopes.
Do you want the hassle, kid? Do you want the hassle?
Oh my God.
So yeah, you deserve it, kid. And yeah, exactly. Don't expect it.
Yeah.
Expect it and be more confident.
Yeah. Expect it, boys and girls.
Expect the unexpected, kid.
Yeah.
How can I expect the unexpected?
Just
kid?
expect it.
Just
Alright.
expect anything.
Hey.
Do you expect that?
What?
Do you expect that?
Last thought experiment. Hopes and dreams. Discuss.
Play for Liverpool left wing. Still
Yeah.
gonna happen.
You still think you could do a job on the left? Whose place would you be taking? Salah?
Diaz. Nah, I wouldn't. No.
Do you think you think you wouldn't take Diaz's spot?
Nah, Lucho, lad, he's class. What hopes and dreams now, kid? It's everything, do you know, you got to live in the... Same answers I gave you last time. You have to be present. These are very special moments in my life. Very special moments in my life. Do you know?
Like, things are going great for you, like, really.
Aren't
they, like?
Do you know what? They're going great. I could do with a couple more fucking thousand in the bank account.
Same.
I could, I'm sure everybody could do it, like. But, nah, things are cool, boy. I just had a baby. Everything's all cool. Everyone's healthy. Everyone I love is all cool. Things are going well, but they only come well from working hard, taking risks, like we've always talked about in the last two answers. But yeah, hopes and dreams.
So everything's working, like, that's like one of my affirmations. Everything's working out perfectly for me. Everything's working out perfect. But like, we'll say, like, where do you want, like, is there anything that you like for me now, right, to answer my own question, right, when you said Vicar Street there, you'll do that sketch now when you're doing your own Vicar Street. I was like, when you said that to me, I kind of had a little bit of a shudder. Like, I was like, Vicar Street, sure, I can do Vicar Street. You know, I think I'm going to set myself like a fucking really lofty goal, like, and that they're my dreams. Then
just sort out the everyman, lad.
Yeah, like Vicar Street would be next. Then, like, that's like,
why wouldn't you think that, like? Yeah, exactly, kid.
But
exactly. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
You know, that kind of way, like, and then when that this is where I'm getting somewhere. So then, when that's done, then right, so there's a point that I'm trying to make really badly. So where's the next place after Vicar Street then?
Yeah,
is it outside of Ireland?
They'll be there though, and when you get past there, there'll be another thing.
And
don't worry about that.
This is the levels.
Yeah.
Never stop.
They never stop.
So having these professional dreams, I think sometimes
stupid.
It's kind of stupid,
lad, yeah.
Because it puts a lot of pressure on.
I do that a lot. I used to do it a lot, but now I'm just kind of like, again, everything happens for a reason. I don't know about that, but I feel like in this path,
chicken tonight.
Yeah,
chicken tonight.
Yeah, go KFC. And I just think this thing you'll get the right pat in this game.
Yeah.
If you're good enough and if you keep at it. I think everyone's pat and it is so different.
Yeah.
But you could be, I don't know. I just find my pat might be the stairs, not the elevator, but I don't mind that. Yeah. Because like it's when you get to the top there and all that, it's just kind of like you're bulletproof, like you're bulletproof. I often think there now, we go on about Tommy Tiernan there now, like I thought I was the bee's knees 5 years ago, thought I was ready for that. If I got that opportunity, I would have fucked it up. Do you get what I'm saying? I wasn't good enough, like, do you know, I wasn't good enough for other things that I thought I should have been good enough for, do you know? But everything happens for a reason, so I'd be like, why didn't I get that shot? I get it later than I thought, but I was more ready for it than I thought. And I think and that kind of stuff, like, I'd always be upset with like that. This should be happening for me. That should be happening for me. No, it'll all make you a bit stronger, boy. I
couldn't agree more, man. I couldn't agree more. And I love that analogy. Maybe I have to take the stairs. I fucking definitely have taken the stairs.
Yeah.
And like, I'm at it fucking 14 years. Like, and like, I'm still on the stairs. And I'm so happy that I fucking was on the stairs. Because I feel kind of like yourself there now, I feel like I am grateful. I am thankful, but I'm good enough to be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
And I'll learn things. I'll keep learning things. You have to keep learning
Open
things,
to be
lad.
learning,
Open to be learning, like constantly to get to the next level of flights of stairs that we have to get to. There's no top, as
And
you've already said.
there's no level.
Yeah.
There's no end
But
to the level.
we've seen with both of us. You're at it a bit longer than me, so I'm sure you've definitely seen more. But like, I've seen people take the elevator, lad. Do you know what I mean? And all that kind of stuff. And it's the people to take the elevator. It's very hard to, without that brickwork underneath you, like. You know, at comedy, because that's all I know. I don't know what else is like. I don't know what the acting game is like, the singing game is like, but I'm sure it's pretty similar.
I'd say they're all the same.
I think it's all the same in life.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, exactly. It's like going to college. We didn't go to college, but this kind of college was definitely. It might take fucking 10 years. It might take 20 years.
This is just enduring. This is like year fucking 14.
Yeah.
I'm in year 14.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you go to like secondary school, there's like it goes up as far as leaving cert, which is year 6 or something like that. In comedy, it's fucking. There's no end to the year.
And that's the thing as well. If I only got this far, that's the other thing. If I only got this far, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have a picture with Tommy Tiernan.
Yeah.
I've got to gig in the clubs that I admired when I didn't do comedy.
Yeah.
I got to headline them. Do you know what I mean? I got to meet the best. I got to meet some cool people. I got to learn some lessons, meet some shit people.
Yeah.
I stepped into life I didn't know. Like, and again, if I'd stopped right now, which I obviously hope it didn't, but if it did, I'd be like, nah. If you said that to me 8 years ago, 9 years ago, you played in these places, and from the dude that we all were, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That everybody changes, I suppose. But yeah. No, definitely becoming more when you're going about hopes and dreams. If you asked me that about 5 years ago, I'd be like, this kid, and I'm going to do this. I probably, I would have played the game. But right now, I'm just like, no, be thankful, but also not over thankful, expect it. Let's go to the next one. Because I'm living through a brilliant stage in my life as well. Like, just having a baby is the best stage ever.
Yeah.
Like, so I take that in all the time. New things every day. She's climbing all over me in the morning. Like, what hopes and dreams. This is it.
Like, you're living your hopes and dreams.
This is it, lad. Yeah. This is it. Like,
you're living your dreams.
I'm living my dreams, kid.
Yeah.
I'm living my dreams. But yeah, exactly.
You just hope for more.
Oh, for more. We could say the same about money. Obviously, I'd love money. I'd love to pay off a house. I'd love to fucking have more kids. I'd love to do all that. But like, do you know what I mean?
My friend.
At the same time, when you have more money, you want more money, and it don't.
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems. Big and small said it.
Yeah, and like my friend Kyla, she's been on the podcast here a few times. Right?
Great comedian.
She has.
Comedian. She has the best audience I've ever seen in my life.
Her audience is amazing, amazing. The parish. But she has a saying, and I've adopted it now. I bring it into the podcast all the time. Happy, thank you, more please.
Yeah.
And it's fucking just so perfect for life. I'm so happy, thank you, more
I'll
please.
take more. That's not it. Like,
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah.
Give me more.
So in actually 3 words there, or 4 words, you've said what I've said about being more thankful and being over like the plumber. I had to make an analogy about a plumber making shit.
But like, sometimes you have to talk
I'm happy for that. Thanks. Give it to me again,
Yeah, more please.
Yeah. Throw that on again. I'm the best man
Yeah.
for the job.
Yeah,
There
no
you
bother.
go.
Thank you. And thanks, sound. And I'll take some more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Next time there's a shit clogged in your toilet, lad,
Yeah.
you call me every time.
I'd be on to by
swear to God.
if I have some sort of a fucking hash brown stuck up the jacks there. No?
Jesus Christ.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say thank you to Mike Morgan.
Thanks, guys.
For coming on to the podcast. Thank you for everybody for listening. Thank you to the patrons for their patronage. And happy thank you more, please. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Staying by the wall.